While the A500 Mini was a relatively cheap device, considering what it can do for the money, pretty soon I found myself buying accessories for it to make it better. True, if you have a decent sized TV to plug it into, it's perfectly workable out of the box, but a few extras couldn't harm, I thought. The first thing I was unhappy about was the controller. I was struggling to play games like Chaos Engine on the buttons on the left hand side of the controller. People on YouTube have talked about the different controllers they tried for it, some liking the CD32 controller, but all I had was a PS4 controller, and I found this worked pretty well. Chaos Engine was going a lot better now. The only drawback was sometimes I forgot which buttons on the right hand side of the controller to press. My next issue was with the virtual keyboard. It often didn't seem to pop up when I needed it on games running on the USB stick. The A500 Mini only has 3 USB ports and I needed an extra one to plug in an actual keyboard. At random I picked a USB hub off the internet to plug a keyboard into. Fortunately it worked fine, though some people have said on the A500 Mini Facebook groups that they had issues with theirs. Next was an issue of space on my desk. I already had a PS4 on there and I needed to work on it too. This only left room for one monitor. With the A500 Mini as well, I needed a 3-to-1 HDMI switch, so all 3 devices could go into one monitor. Again picked at random and it worked well enough. Then the monitor didn't have any speakers like a normal TV would have. I needed an HDMI audio extractor. This allowed me to plug in a headphone cable for sound, and because the HDMI was coming from one of 3 devices, it worked for all of them. Not strictly necessary for the A500 Mini, I now found I was spending more time at my desk playing with the new console. It would be good if I could listen to my favourite retro gaming podcast while playing. I dug a retro 80s amp out of a pile of broken electronics and hooked it up to a Bluetooth receiver, and now I could hear the retro in all its glory through a decent sound system. The 80s B&W speakers were also serviceable, and I treated them to some new speaker cables. The existing cables were 40 years old and knackered. So what did I end up with? Lots of new functionality, an unholy mess of cables on the desk, and I'd spent as much again on accessories as I did on the A500 Mini. The only thing I got that didn't work was the volume control and the cheap headphones I bought, but I can live with that for now.